Come on now. I think we can get it on this round as long as I watch out for that giant hand that's trying to scratch us back here. There we go. It's a telltale sign that he's about to do that whenever the camera angle changes, so he can't get too caught up in just mashing the square button. Is that it? Ah, looks like we can go higher up now. Well, the big rune is on top of the head, so how do I get up there, though? Ah, looks like we actually have a path. Alright. But he is gonna start shaking like crazy now. It's kind of my one criticism of this one. You know, in Shadow of the Colossus, you did have to grip a lot. And Shadow of the Colossus ultimately does this a lot better. Especially with a lot of the ways the Colossi are actually designed. But in Lords of Shadow, I feel like you were just, like, holding that grip button so much. Too much, actually. Okay, where is this thing exactly? Dude, can you stop shaking for a second, please? Is it up top? I think when you're up here, like, he doesn't stop shaking. You have to, like, slowly inch your way around. Oh! Yeah, that's the final one right there. It's right on his ear. Oh! Stay still, you. Okay, here comes the hand. Don't do that. So I guess theoretically you could do this boss in like one round. I fell off a couple of times just because I forgot what I was doing, but... Is that the hand again? Oh, jeez. I'm just getting paranoid at this point. Oh! Gabriel, how are you hanging on, man? Gabriel is, you know, he's something else. Like, he's like Batman. He does things that a normal person should not be able to do. Oh, the Brotherhood, I guess, is very well trained, so... Okay, come on. We can do this. Oh! Gotcha.
Give me your dagger, quickly!
Marie! Forgive me. I was not there to save you.
There is nothing to forgive, my love. I am so happy to look upon your face again.
And I yours. My love, the elders of the Order hope that you can help us to understand what is happening. The world has been isolated from the heavens. Some believe that God has abandoned us. Can it be true?
I feel that the spirits are trying to talk to me. They whisper things to me. It is hard to understand them all. It is so dark. So many people crying. I cannot find them in the blackness. I'm scared. There is something else. A shadow is on my mind. You must help us, Gabriel.
What are they telling you? Who are they?
They are the spirits who founded your order, and that the power of the Lords of Shadow is the key. They talk of a prophecy. I don't understand what they mean. I can feel myself fading. I can hardly see you. Darkness is closing around me.
Marie.
I love you, Gabriel.
Don't go, Marie! I love you too. Why are you here? Who sent you?
I am Zobek, a warrior of your Brotherhood. Pan and I are old acquaintances. He felt you would be in need of my assistance.
I have heard of you. I am sorry. My name is Belmont.
I know who you are. Is that the spirit of someone you know?
Yes. It was my wife.
Forgive me. I couldn't help but overhear what she told you. It sounds like the spirits who founded our order are trying to tell us something very important through her.
What do you mean?
Only that the founders of the Order seem to be using the dead to communicate with us. The prophecy has been secret for many centuries. It is known only to a select few. There is no way she could have known of it unless they managed to tell her somehow. Praise be to God.
What prophecy?
It is written that a pure-hearted warrior will claim the power of the Lords of Shadow as his own, and use it in order to overcome all evil. It is said this warrior will become God's vassal on earth, supremely powerful. He could do anything. The founding spirits have not abandoned us, Gabriel. Thanks to your Marie, we now know there is some hope. We have to enter the lands of the Dark Lords, you and I. We must reclaim the powers they hold and unite the heavens with this world once more. And don't you see, Gabriel? You can bring her back.
If what you say is true, then we need to work quickly and in secret. The Lords of Shadow must not suspect we're on their trail, or they will turn all of their attention towards us. We should take different routes, you and I will head for the land of the Lycans. You leave for the territory of the vampires and prepare the way. Then we must go on to the Lord of the Necromancers together. His realm lies furthest. Our enemy must suspect nothing.
Take this. It will allow you to absorb spiritual energy and will help cure your wounds. Good luck, my friend. May we be granted victory.
Thank you, brother. You have given me renewed hope.
Very interesting story bits there. So that's the main setup for the plot of the game. We're going after the three Lords of Shadow. The Lord of the Lycans, the Lord of the Vampires, and the Lord of the Necromancer. Sounds pretty Castlevania to me. Werewolves, vampires, and undead skeletons, I suppose. And for that we get a light Gem Medallion. I have a bit more to say about that cutscene too, but let's see what I have in the way of special abilities. I believe I was saving up for something. Oh yeah, an upgrade to the direct heavy combo would be great. When I went back and actually got some of the life gems during the interim, I was using this quite a bit, so being able to have an expanded version of this direct heavy combo would be pretty great. Does it expand even further? It sure does. Wow. Okay, well, I'll be sure to keep that in mind as well. But now we got the light medallion. I'm sure the game will give us a tutorial of that later on, but yeah, I really like the setup for this game, you know? You have a Belmont, and you have Patrick Stewart, who is actually a character, he's not just a narrator. Which I don't really know how to react to that, because whenever I hear Zobek speak, I just hear Captain Picard, to be honest, so I think he's just got a typecast in my mind, but I think he still does a great job. Kinda bizarre, because when you think of video game voice actors, you do not think Patrick Stewart, but I'm glad he's here. He adds a certain gravitas to the role, you know? I feel like he's not really phoning it in either, but more on the plot later.
We part ways, he and I. My instincts tell me he is filled with hope, a hope that will drive him ever onwards. Good. Perhaps he is the one, a warrior of pure heart who can deliver us from all evil. Perhaps. I wonder what went through his mind when he saw her there, his beloved. Did he see his dreams? Or did he see his future blown away like leaves on the wind? I spy him as he heads out towards the reaches of Pan's influence. A forest lies to the east that leads to the land of the Lycans. The ruin of an ancient civilization is there, forgotten and decaying. Once a proud testament to man's ingenuity and vision, it has now been conquered by nature, as she claims all things for her own.
And I really like how we kind of get the perspective from Zobek's... well, we get the story from the perspective of Zobek for the most part. You know, he does all the narrating. We don't get a ton of inner monologuing from Gabriel, but if we go to characters, I'd like to go ahead and read Zobek's right here. And I haven't read these two others as well. We'll save Gabriel and Marie for later, I think. I don't want to read too much into it for right now. But let's look at Zobek's entry. If the Chronicles of the Brotherhood are to be believed, Zobek is one of their strongest serving warriors. The list of heroic deeds attributed to him is as impressive as his vast knowledge of the art of war. Despite his age, he can deploy mighty fighting skills. His weapon of choice is a simple longsword, which he handles with great skill. Unusually, he likes to wear the old-fashioned uniform of the Brotherhood of Light that, according to him, was inherited from one of his ancestors, one of the founding members of the Order. And those are the three guys that are apparently in heaven telling us what to do, telling us that we still do have a bit of hope left in the universe. But okay. We're just dropping down some more? Yeah, looks like it. So we are heading to the land of the Lycans first. You know, kind of a risky move if you ask me. From here on out, we are going to be closer and closer to the werewolves' territory, the Lycans' territory, and we're going to be fighting a lot of werewolves. A pretty risky move to not open up with the vampires, if you ask me, but I think they were saving kind of the best part of the game for not at the very beginning, if you know what I mean. My comrade in arms has ventured onwards while I rest here a while. The heat of the sun is relentless, and my wound plagues me still. I gave him my life gem in the hope that he may find provisions before nightfall, for our stocks run low. He is a good lad, strong and eager, yet he needs to learn patience in combat if he is to survive. I hope the life gem wasn't given in vain. Well, if that means what I think it means, we're gonna find another corpse somewhere with a life gem in it. But yeah, well, I guess we still have not gotten the tutorial for... oh wait, life gem? Light gem, that's kind of what I'm thinking of. That medallion that we just got, although I'm sure we're about to get a tutorial for that. Huh. And there they are! I knew they were gonna be here. Thankfully, I've got plenty of silver daggers here, so... here we go, the elemental orbs. You were able to absorb them thanks to the light magic medallion that Zobek gave you. Press and hold the L3 button, so that would be this one. So we can absorb those and turn them into light magic. So whenever we press the L1 button, boom, we switch it on. Attacking enemies with light magic, switch it on, will replenish your health. Yeah, so this is the one way we can actually replenish health during combat without using like a life arc. Would be killing enemies while we have our light magic activated. But whenever we have these powers activated, or just this one, no orbs will actually be dropped, so... and there we go, and we can expand that meter. I don't know if you noticed, but it's actually pretty tiny there in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. We can expand that by finding more light gems. So life gems for life, light gems for the light meter, and you know, so on and so forth. And we have another arc right here that I can use to actually just naturally get all these orbs back. I'll take it. Now these are pretty helpful, because I mean, again, this game is pretty hard, and the only way of restoring health within combat is by using the light magic, so you want that to be as full as possible. And which means that, you know, I want to prioritize getting the light medallions as well, because, again, it's so important. Boy, and allegedly we're only on the outskirts of the Lycan territories. Looks like we're right in the thick of things to me. I can take you guys on one by one. Of course, I don't have to worry about those elemental orbs, because... ah, man, they can dodge them. It's not good. Because I'm already full, so... oh man, you blended in with the background right there. As long as I got them, I'm gonna go ahead and use them. Okay, which way? Right or left? I usually choose right in these situations, so we're going right. The ruins of an ancient civilization. A land now conquered by the Lycans. And we send Zobek after the vampires. Man, kind of makes me wish that I could play as Zobek here at the beginning, but nah. It's probably good that we slowly escalate into like the true Castlevania, you know? And I think I was supposed to grapple onto that tree right there, but it's good because I found a corpse down here, so... oh, can you guys stay back, please? Let me go ahead and show you guys off my heavy combo. Boom, 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 boom. It's so strong. Like, the recoil that it gives enemies is great. Yeah, I remember using this one pretty regularly, because not only is the range pretty decent, but the power is really good, and of course it's a simple to execute combo. Also kind of important. And there we go! I guess that was the younger member of the Brotherhood that other corpse talked about. He did not make it very far. Okay, go ahead and take the rest of you guys out. Go ahead and stock out more on daggers before we come across more lichens, I suppose. And now we'll head back around. Let's see, hold up a sec. Saw the camera change angles, so... let's keep going this way. Want to explore everything fairly thoroughly. Nah, a whole lot of nothing over here, it looks like. Alright, let's get back up there. Yeah, that's one example how going off the beaten path will definitely help you out, getting the light medallion, of all things. I remember when I played this game previously, I definitely prioritized the light gems and the life gems. Because I don't know, maybe I just wasn't very good at the game, but the game was giving me kind of a hard time. Well, especially here in the early stages when you don't have a ton of resources, you know, so kind of why I prioritized that. Oh, the game definitely gave me fits in the later stages too, don't get me wrong about that. Okay, so where am I going here exactly? Wasn't I just here? Yeah, I sure was. Up here maybe, no? Ah, inside the ruined-looking structure. Let's go ahead and check over here to make sure I'm not missing anything, though. Nope, doesn't look like it. I suppose that is another criticism of the game, and a problem that I had, definitely. Especially in segments where things kind of open up, it can be very difficult to tell, like, well, number one, where you're supposed to go, and number two, where you can go. God is punishing us for our sins. The world is in chaos, and we will all die soon, trapped in limbo between heaven and earth. No chance of redemption, no means of escape. I am badly wounded, and the lichens can smell the blood. They are hunting me. My fate is imminent. Dear Lord, forgive me. Cardinal Volp sends us all to our deaths, and for what? I and my fellow warriors lie broken and lost by the wayside. Damn him and his futile quest. He and the elders should also be suffering for their sins. Well, sounds like that brother was a little bitter there towards the end. I don't blame him. Apparently this cardinal guy was sending a ton of people out to their death around this time. And how long ago was that, you gotta wonder? Were they sent to take down the members of the Order as well? Not, the Lords of Shadow, I meant. Taking down the members of the Order would mean they just kill the Cardinal, I would guess, but... anything else? Focus scroll. Okay. The combat focus is an ancient technique from the Brotherhood of Light. Once fully focused, a capable warrior can extract neutral elemental orbs from his enemies after each successful hit. The combat focus meter is filled when you fight well, use varied attacks, and avoid being hit. Lack of combat will slowly decrease the meter, and magic use will pause it. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about this. Yeah, that's right! So the focus bar is shown at the bottom of the screen during combat, light all the runes by hitting enemies and avoiding damage. So if we do well enough in battle, like if you used varied enough combos and you don't get hit, you'll fill this thing up all the way, and when it fills up to the center, enemies will start dropping orbs. Neutral elemental orbs, so of course you can absorb those. You can do that while you're in combat, and again, it's very important because that means that you can get your energy back in order to heal with like the light energy while you're hitting enemies over and over. Of course, this thing's really fast. It's kind of difficult to get a good combo going. I can try though. Yeah, see like that? Oh, yeah, being hit breaks your focus. The heavy combo is not the best for very quick enemies, or enemies that don't flinch very well. But you see, whenever I use this, yeah, it heals me back up. And I can switch on and off at any time. So, combat, you know, in its entirety, just when it came down to the actual combos and the dodging and whatnot, I thought it was pretty good. But this adds like a completely different dimension to combat that you have to be micromanaging and keeping in mind the entire time that you're playing, so watch out for that. See, when you're hurt, there's really not a reason to not have your light magic going, I think. Or to have like a full light magic meter, if you ask me. Find a way to blow up this barrier, huh? Well, if I had more of those grenades from those little... Yep, that's what I thought. I'll take that. Nice of you guys to come out here just when I needed you to. Take that again. Wonder how many it's gonna take to bring this place down. Just 2. And I think I might take you guys out for good measure. With the heavy combo again. Oh, I didn't hold it long enough. There we go. Boom, boom. Oh, course, these guys have ranged attacks, so maybe that isn't the best either. At least not for a huge group like this, I suppose. I do want to kind of survey this area a little bit more to see if I'm missing anything. Which I guess we will see in a bit. Yeah, these fallen enemies drop the elemental orbs regardless, so... I mean, it's a constant game, you know, you should be using the meters. And yeah, there's gonna be another one. Spoilers, whatever. There's a light one and a dark one. I kind of prefer the light one, because again, it keeps you alive, but... kind of just managing them and picking up orbs is a big part of the name of the game. Gotta be careful with that. Of course, I absorb them like that. I need to remember that. You know, it's kind of funny, like, what I remember from the game and what I've forgotten from the game, you know? And I think whenever we dodge a Lycan, that'll be the best part to... the best time to try to shoot a dagger into its throat. Or maybe when it's not so far away. I guess when it's really far away, they can, dodge it quite easily. Okay, well, I think I'll go ahead and keep with my mantra of just heading right every single time. Although it looks like maybe these paths will just join towards the end anyway. Oh, this one just has a corpse at the end, okay. The Great Deku was once the largest and most gorgeous tree in the forest. It was so tall that its canopy could be seen from many miles away. Some people even believed that it was alive, and that its magical power protected the forest from attacks of dark creatures. I don't know if the legends were real, but the truth is that the Dark Lords, maybe seeing the tree as a symbol of life, cursed it with a plague that still remains alive beneath its dead stump. Is that a clue, perhaps? I don't really know. Is there a way to get in there?